Welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome. And we'll allow some more persons to join us. But remember, if you're watching this live or you're watching on another date, remember that I am CNJ. And as always, for these discussions, it's CNJ and it is also.
Scotty,
All
Scotty.
right. All right. So this evening, we are coming on a little later than we normally would. But it's a very special time because we're talking this evening about leadership. Leadership. And Scotty has some guests who will be helping us to talk about this topic this evening. So, without further ado, I want us to just get yourself comfortable. And remember, we love if you're able to participate as well. Put your thoughts in the chat. If you have something you want to add to the discussion or a question to ask, feel free to do so. So remember, it's CNJ and Scotty, and today we'll be talking about leadership. Okay, well, I'll
Leadership.
look Scotty to tell us a little further, and then I'll join as time goes by.
Okay. Well, as you know, as teachers, we are natural leaders. That means we are just in the position of leadership. But does it mean that we can manage it? Does it mean that everyone who's a teacher is a natural born leader? Is it nurture or nature? Or a person is born with leadership qualities, or can we learn leadership qualities? So that is where we're getting at. So before I do so, what I do so, um, we might hear the expression born leaders. You're a born leader. What does that mean? Persons who are good leaders, they say, "Whoa, you're a born good leader." So with me, I have some guests. Miss Johnson, could you just let me showcase my guests so
All right,
I
so
can.
first, I'll introduce them, and if you feel say you can turn on your mic, but I'll just
No, I don't
allow.
want them to. I don't want them to talk as yet. I don't want them to talk as yet. I just want to just remember who I have, so I can know where the background. I want to share a little about them. Oh, so we have Dr. Patrice Stewart, and Dr. Patrice Stewart taught me at the Michael. She taught me at the Michael, a very elegant person, majestic, and I know that she will make a great impact on tonight's show. The other person that I have tonight is Reverent Marlene Williams. Reverend Marlene Williams is the pastor at my church. Very spiritual female, very passionate about what she is doing. And we have last but certainly not least, we have Dr. Matthew Davis. Dr. Matthew Davis is out of is a medical doctor in New York. New York. Very good friend of mine. Went to America together, decided to go into the medical field. I don't know because of more money, but later on, later on, Mr. Davis will actually share with us. So before we continue though, Miss Johnson, a question to you. Do you think that you could call yourself a good leader?
Sometimes it leaves other persons who you have led that will be able to say if they believe that you're good or not. I think we're all leaders, one way or another, and I have been able to motivate persons or to help them along their journey in life. And so I have led, but I'll leave it to the persons who I've worked with to say whether I am a good leader, yes or no.
So on the online dictionary, it says a leader is a person who leads or commands a group or organization or a country. Do you think that any student, Miss Johnson, will consider you to be a good leader? Have you encountered any student who you think that you have made an impact on?
Over the in my 20 odd years of teaching, I would
Wow,
assume that
wow,
I would have
wow.
had some positive impact on different lives. So I'm hoping the answer is yes.
Okay, I hope so too. Because as you transition from being my colleague, because you're not no longer going to be with me, unfortunately, but I feel the pain. I know that you would have indeed touched some lives. So I'm going to ask, first of all, Dr. Stewart to tell us the type of leader she has encountered in her life. Dr. Stewart?
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Glad to have you with
Okay,
us.
okay, hold on. Miss Johnson, could you just show your screen as well so we can see you as well? So what you have here, Miss Johnson? I'm gonna give you a part of the surprise. What we have here is three students whose life you have touched. So Dr. Stewart is actually Ashanti Stewart. Uh, it is actually Ashanti Stewart. I told Ashanti that you will no longer be with us. So what she would have to say to you. So this is a tribute that I have done for you as a good leader in my life. I wanted you to hear some of your students telling you how impactful you have been in their lives. So go ahead, Ashanti.
Good night.
Night, my dear.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
I hope you're surprised.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
I just want to say, as we're talking about leadership, you are
Mhm.
indeed a remarkable leader, Miss Johnson. You really have been there for the students of Marley High School, as you say. You've been
Mhm.
there for 20 odd years. That's a really
Not
long
not not
time.
at Mart Bay, but in the teaching profession for
Well,
over 25 years.
you've
Yes.
been there for 25 years, and I'm very sure that a lot of students can say that you have touched their lives. As a leader, for me, when I met you, really talking to you, it was through the pageant. You
Yes.
seem to be a really good communicator.
Hmm.
You had empathy, and those little fine skills, that qualities that the a good leader needs. And with those skills, you were able to properly help us to dig deeper within ourselves to make the
Hmm.
best of ourselves. And
Hmm.
so I just want to say that I'm very grateful for you and your work at Morin Bay High School. You have done well, and God bless you in your endeavors.
And thank you,
So
Ashanti. Shanti.
You're
And, and
welcome, Miss.
and I know that you are going to go very far in whichever career path you actually go into. I've seen your work ethic. I've seen what you have done when you put your mind to something. So the sky is the limit for you.
That's
I
right.
wish you all the best.
Thank you, Miss.
even when you're surprised, you have to sit up with the people. Even when you are, even when you are, the next person now is Reverent. You
All
might be
right.
wondering, which Reverent this for? Well, this is Danielle Williams.
All right,
Good
my dear.
night.
Night,
I'm
dear.
okay. And how are you, miss?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Lovely. I'm glad to know that you are okay.
Yes.
Okay, so Miss Johnson, I just want to say that you are a very wonderful person. And you have some of the most amazing characteristics that a person can have. So
Tell
I
me
would just
about them.
so I would just like to acknowledge and thank you for three of these characteristics that I have experienced personally.
Okay.
So, firstly, I want to thank you on behalf of the Sixth Farm Group for being an excellent year coordinator. You have led us, you have been a wonderful leader to us, and you ensure that we behaved accordingly and you encouraged us to do our utmost best. Thank you, Miss. And secondly, I want to thank you on behalf of the School Challenge Quiz team for being very supportive and believing in us when we didn't even believe in ourselves. You were present with us for some of our trips to the various to rallies at various schools, and you
Mm-hmm.
used this opportunity to lead us spiritually on our journey and throughout the day. And you also motivated us to not limit our abilities, and that we can achieve anything we put our minds to. And
Mm-hmm.
last but not least, I want to thank you for being a mother before a teacher. I remember when
Mhm.
I could not get any transport to school and it was getting very late, and you offered me, along with a schoolmate, a drive just to ensure that we got to school before registration and safely. You also volunteered to carry me home when we came back late from the rallies, and these actions of motherly love cannot be forgotten. I will always appreciate and be grateful for getting the opportunity to experience these traits, and I pray you continue to portray them and and be the best version of yourself. I know you will be missed by the MBHS family, so I want to wish you well in your future endeavors and thank you again for your positive impacts, acts of kindness, and owning up to the position that you were given at MBHS. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is Reverend telling me something about your future? You're going to. Thank you,
All
my
right,
dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well
You're
done. Well
welcome.
done. All right,
all
thank
right.
you.
So last but certainly not least, Dr. Matthew.
All
Could you
right.
introduce?
Good night, everyone.
Night,
Good night.
night, night.
All right. Firstly, Miss, I must say it really breaks my heart to know that at some point in time when I visit up by school, you will no longer be there. I just want to thank you for the years of service you have surely given to Marby High School. You have produced great students, and trust me, you have given us amazing opportunities. One in which I remember when we went down by Lyson Beach to take the pictures for MBHS finest.
Yes.
All my years of living in St. Thomas, that was my first time being down by that beach, and I am just extremely grateful.
Mhm.
As Reverend Marlene Williams said, you are indeed a mother before a teacher, and trust me, Miss, you have all the words of encouragement that you have given us, all the everything from tips on how to study, every single thing. It really breaks my heart to know that Marble High School is going to lose such a remarkable teacher, a leader indeed. We we just looking back on the opportunity you gave me when I joined MBHS Finest. I I am really grateful that I took that opportunity. Trust me, miss. I'm going to miss you, miss. I love you. Yes, miss. You have taught me a lot, and I am just grateful. Really, really grateful. You're
Ah,
indeed an amazing, amazing mother to all of us, miss.
mhm.
Yes,
And the
miss.
thing
I
is
just
that
want.
out of everybody else, you are the one who live closest to me.
Right
So
around the corner.
they're in the corner.
And I think too. I think that what happened now is that I had told Doctor Stewart because I'm talking to Dean. I told Doctor Stewart a good while. I told Reverend Williams a good while, but it's tonight I contacted Matthew, so you can see the raw emotion because when I told him, he could not believe what he heard. What do you what do you say, sir? So I think that he's still in the process of understanding what is happening. But but people, students, former students, all our former students of the high school whose life you have impacted, Miss Johnson, that you yourself didn't realize that Matthew is the first time Matthew is going to that form of beach, that they don't realize by just being yourself and offering a drive to Reverend Williams, oh, you left that indelible mark on her life. and also and Ashanti Stewart. I can go ahead and to say that Ashanti did not win Mark Bay's finest, but she went ahead and won the
St.
St. Thomas
Thomas.
team. St. Thomas, and I believe that that finest, Mark Bay finest, we could say did something to enhance the skill that she naturally has. Um,
Mhm.
to bring her to propel her somewhere. So
Mhm.
it's on to as teachers, as leaders in our own walks in life, we are actually making impacts in person's life. And sometimes we is when is when we die, and we're not hearing. I think, and I've never been in that case before, but I don't think we'll be hearing what persons have to say. But I will close the show because we're not have a long show today. I will just close the show by saying that my tribute you will leave at the end of this month. So for the CNJ and Scotty on Thursdays, I will indeed take along persons who I believe knows about you. So this Christmas period is all about you, Miss Johnson, because I don't think you realize the importance or the impact on not only those students but also on me. When I heard them talking about you, I was stopping and sharing on because that is the person who I also know you to be, right? You are the person who I know you to be. You help persons not only in their professional growth, but last Sunday you also invited me to church. So you cater for the spiritual side of human being as well. So I want to publicly say to you that I also appreciate you. This is not goodbye though, because we know that we have this show together. So I just want you to know and to hear from three students who you did not know who was coming on to
They,
say
they,
that.
they did very well for themselves. Reverend, right? Doctors. Oh, we're doing well, man. We're doing very well.
I'm closing the show with a song from Ashanti Stewart.
All
So
right.
Ashanti, it is your time to sing a song to Miss Johnson. Is she there? By the way, Doctor, are you there? Are you going to do operation on someone? Because
Give me a moment. Give me a minute.
all right, so meanwhile they're getting ready, let me just use the time to tell you about the top five qualities of effective leaders. And I know that you will we will indeed I will indeed tell you, Miss Johnson, if you have those things. So the number one, they are self-aware and prioritize personal development. I saw in the group when you said that you were leaving, person said, whoa, Miss Johnson, you have grown. You have grown. And I know for a fact that that is you, Miss Johnson. Personal development. You always try to be the best version of yourself. I have never, when I've met you, Miss Johnson, I think it's going to 3 years now. I have never heard you talk any negative way against anyone at all. You always say make God angle things. You always put God in your decision making. You always talk about God. When I'm going to my church and I call you, you send me a prayer. Pray. This one's going to talk. I don't want to talk. You don't know. You don't know. You pray for me. Oh, so I know that you actually have that personal development. Number two, they focus on developing others. I remember when at that first time teacher, I don't know, I think it was annoying to you. I think you were annoyed and you were kind of disappointed, and I felt away at myself. I remember when my first student going to CXC, my first time, and I gave up. I said I'm not doing anything at all, and I blocked my phone. And I remember you called to reach out to a good friend of mine and said, "Where's Scott? Give me Scott's address." And you drove to Landaway, and you said, "Gavin, the you're playing with the lives of our students. You're playing with the lives of our students. You need to do what you're supposed to do. You left your home with your mommy, you drive here, and I said that if I don't do it for myself, I'm going to do it for you because not many persons will actually take the time out to come and see what was happening. I will never forget that. And for that, my parents even have a high level of respect for you. Even what you show and say, no, this lady is someone who actually is looking out for you. So I just want to say it. Thank you for that. You don't focus on yourself, you focus on others. They encourage strategic thinking, innovation, and action. I remember when we were just starting off with the Google Classroom, before we got a formal training, you went ahead and did your research and you started to create the classroom. I was very sorry at the time that you were a VP because no one could add me up till 2 a.m. in the morning doing schoolwork. But we were up, you on your computer, three other persons on their computer at home, and we were working together as a team. You did not wait on the minute to tell you what to do. You went ahead, research it, and you put something in place, and we're still using it today. You are the innovator of the program that we are using at school today. I can boast and brag about that. So you're thinking your thinking is not normal. Your innovation, you created something, and you are action. You did your action. Even with the market finance, even though we had some hiccups, we saw the planning happening. We saw the business department doing our fish fry for catering. You were instrumental in all of those things, Miss Johnson. So do I know that anywhere you go, they will have someone, Einstein there, someone coming there with new ideas and coming to build to them. So that is three. Number four, they are ethical and civil minded. Not many leaders we can say are ethical. I remember, even though I'm your friend, Miss Johnson, I'll never forget this. Even though I'm your friend, when you came up here and you said, Gavin, if I don't get it by then, I am going to give you a memo. Not because I was your friend. You had your job, your professional line was being tested, and you did not put your friend myself up. And I don't feel in a way that gave me more respect for you as an individual to know that no matter if you're a friend or not, if I'm wrong, you will say, Gavin, you are wrong. No time I come to you and say something, you say, Gavin, you are wrong, you need to work on that. But I'm time to talk to you know, work on, and I can see the frustration in your on you because you care. You actually care. So I see that coming out of you, Miss Johnson, the ethics there. Not because we are friends, but because it is the right thing to do. Right? And I know that will not jeopardize your character, the principle that you have, because of nothing or no one. And I have to give you credit for that. The last one now is that they practice effective cross-cultural communication. I believe, to be honest with you, you of all the four, you get 100%. But with this one, I think that you are still working. You're still working on that one. And I believe that is why I think that is why that amazes you about me, my ability to talk to different persons, even students, my ability to talk to all form of students and things like that. So oh, you get that one. Oh, you talk that one. I didn't know about that one. So and you know in yourself that it's not your strong area, and you're always I like that in me. Take off your rock with the student. I like the way oh you they can come to you and things like that. So even though it is not personally your strong area, you realize that it is very important, and you also I like that in me. So Miss Johnson, with all of those qualities, I can surely say using the data that you are an effective leader, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Over to you now, Miss Stewart. Over to you.
Okay, so I'm just going to sing a little part of a song. Miss Johnson, this song really speaks to you, you know. Everyone is special, but God really made you special. You know what I mean?
Yes, 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 yes.
God made you special. God made you special. For there's no other who's just like you. Special you are. God made you
Special.
special. God made you special. For there's no other Big up yourself, Miss Johnson. We love you.
Oh lordy, 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 lordy. If anybody from Mark Bay would have done something like that, I know it would have been Mr. Scott. I know it would have been you because that is how you are. We all have our issues, but one thing that I've always known about you, you appreciate people, you celebrate people, and I feel good inside, and I thank you. I thank
That is
you.
how you want to feel.
I thank
That
you.
is how you.
Yes.
Shanti, I had to say, when you were singing, I had to say special because I went to church last week and the person was leading the service said, could someone lead the song for me? And I someone said, I can't sing well. Could someone read the song for me, please? And I started to read the song. And it started to put on one big laugh in a
You can just
church.
imagine he started the song wrong.
Oh my. Oh
So
my.
therefore, I decided not to sing along with you. I decided to just say special.
Special.
That is what that is what I can do. Ashanti, Daniel, and for Daniel, let me say thank you because you're coming out of your comfort zone because you're a shy person, and for you to come and do this, I really appreciate it. Matthew, continue to do well. You are a great person. I am still here for you. Ashanti, I know for a fact you want to be a psychologist, and that means that you want to care for a person's mental health and things like that. And I told you to put your name, Dr. Stewart, because it is
That's
not
right.
just a makeup name, it is actually going to happen.
That's right.
All
That's
right?
right.
So that is what I have to say, Miss Johnson. Have a good night, everyone, and thank you very much. Miss Johnson, you can close the show as you normally do.
There are times in our lives when we finish one road and we're about to start another. When you look back on what you would have done and you see that persons appreciate it, it's a good thing. But even if you close a door and you see no appreciation, know that you have done the best that you can. And at the end of our lives, God rewards us for what we have done. So, to Ollie, Mr. Scott, and his team, I thank you. I appreciate you. Continue to grow because your future is bright. Bye bye, everyone. See you next week, Thursday, as we continue with another episode of CNJ and Scotty.
Yes.